Marvel Rivals Season 1.5 tier list. Let's just get to it, shall we? Starting off with C tier, we have Moon Knight, Captain America, Jeff, Scarlet Witch, Mr. Fantastic, Penny Parker. Penny Parker, she is considered one of the worst Vanguards at the moment. She doesn't have the durability like the other Vanguards, and for the most part, she always seemed to do better in the back line than the front line, while protecting strategists. Very useful when guarding the strategist, but they could have gave her a little bit more during this balancing patch just to make sure that she can hold her own in the higher ranks against the other Vanguards as well as duelists. Mr. Fantastic, Scarlet Witch, and Jeff. They are basically the low rank gatekeepers. Usually you would see them more in low rank, but once you get past Diamond 1, you will start to see fewer and fewer of them. They are just better duelists and strategists than this trio. Captain America, he's still without. He was buffed this patch, and yes, this is a diverse meta, but he's still lacking in the damage department. Doesn't matter if he can throw his shield faster, nor does it matter if he can block while he's doing his leap. His punches are soft like cotton. He needs his primary melee damage to be increased in further updates. And Moon Knight. Ah yes, the original gatekeeper from Season 0 has finally fallen. Now that the 3 support meta is dwindling, Moon Knight is not as needed as he once was. It also doesn't help that his ultimate has been nerfed a tad bit either. Up next is B tier, and what do we have here is Iron Man, Punisher, Squirrel Girl, Hawkeye, Human Torch, Black Widow. We're going to start off with Black Widow. There's a misconception of Black Widow out here in these streets. People think she's the worst character in the game, but I don't think so. We're going to start seeing more Black Widows in the rank in future seasons, so to speak. The thing is, I think a lot of people get this misconceptions is because a lot of people are missing their shots. But honestly, quite frankly, you got to hit your shots. You have to hit your shots. Human Torch. Well, he's mid. Period. I know. We thought he was going to be better than what he is. However, he's not that good. But he's not that bad either. So he's in the middle, which means he's mid. As far as the flyers goes, he's not better than Storm or Iron Man. His flame fences, however, can be very beneficial to stall the enemies when they try to reach or try to breach the point. But I think he could be a tad bit slower with his movement. Hawkeye, and it's a diverse meta. He can and will get mopped up quickly due to the diverse meta. He's still viable and can still do a lot of damage, but his movement hinders him when it comes to this diverse meta. And then besides, there's better duelists out here that can be used better than Clint. Squirrel Girl and the Punisher. Both are still great utility duelists and are still viable in certain situations. Squirrel Girl still does a lot of hefty damage, and Frank can actually team wipe in the perfect scenario. Both of them are still good and great to use, like I said, in certain situations. Even if there are better duelists than them, they can still come in clutch when they're used properly. And the last one in B tier is Iron Man. He's still good, still serviceable, but again, this is a diverse meta in Season 1.5. Tony can't dive. He can absolutely still flank, sure, but he cannot dive in the backline and he can't fight like the other characters that are in the S tier. His Unibeam did get buffed and is stronger than ever, and his team up with Hulk is still there, but there are better duelists in this meta. In A tier, we have Iron Fist, Wolverine, Black Panther, Rocket Raccoon, Mantis, Groot, Venom, The Thing, Thor, Magic, Adam Warlock, Storm, and the Hulk. Iron Fist. Wow. I remember when he used to be a low-ranked gatekeeper, but now he's one of the best duelists in the game, thanks to the buffs from the balancing update. He has more base health as well as more health from his meditation ability due to buffs. Yes, he also did get a slight nerf to his damage on his strikes, but the added more health balanced it all out. He can survive more when he dives into the backline. He escapes when it gets too heavy, go hide, then meditate, which gives him more health at a faster rate, and then goes right back into diving. He's good for certain situations. Wolverine and Black Panther. Wolverine's still good, still diving, and still great for certain situations. That's it. Black Panther, on the other hand, he sucks in low rank, good in mid-rank, amazing in high rank. In my honest opinion, I wish he got the same buff as Iron Fist, but I guess it's due to my own personal skill issue that I cannot make him work like most Black Panther mains. Black Panther is still good, and so is Wolverine, and both of them are still two of the few duelists that will get banned on a regular basis. Rocket Raccoon and Mantis. Starting off with Rocket Raccoon, he's a good strategist, and he works best as an alternative one this season, and he does his job and he does it well. I see a lot of people trying to use him as a primary healer, but like I said, he works better as an alternative one, which leads me to Mantis. Mantis used to be one of the best support / strategists, but now she went down to an alright strategist due to the nerfs from the beginning of the season. It truly affected her. Don't get me wrong, she's still one of the best strategists in the game, but there are better healers. Mantis is still one of the best damage dealing supports in the game, but you gotta make sure you hit your shots. Hit those shots. We go to Groot, Venom, The Thing, and Thor. All 4 Vanguards are good and can be used for certain scenarios or situations. You cannot go wrong with either one of them. If you like to flank or dive, and that's your playstyle, you most definitely want to use Venom. If you're a bunker or anti-diver type of player, Groot is for you. Or if you like me, who's a bruiser and just got those hands, then Thing or Thor is your choice. Me personally, I want a main Thing due to his kit, as well as have a pocket Thor. Magic, still good, still viable, and still a goddamn menace. Magic may not be the best duelist, but she still is that damn good, even with the damage nerf to her minions. What can I say more than has always been said about Adam Warlock? Man, his buffs make him even better. I said in my previous tier list that Adam may be low, but he's a sleeper pick. That's not the case anymore. Dude is a solid strategist now. He always had no damage, but now that is buffed. His healing wasn't that best. Now that is buffed. He's a great alternative healer that can back up the primary healer now if the team goes 2-2-2. He's even better if the team goes 3 support meta due to his utility and his team ups. Storm. He was the best duelist in the game in the first half of the season, but now she's falling off a little bit, just a smidge. Storm is still good even with the nerfs because they buffed up her weather control for her teammates. Yes, they did nerf her wind blade damage, and yes, they did nerf her weather control, but that was for her and her alone. They buffed it for her allies. And with that being said, anything that helps the team will always be beneficial, and that's why she's in A tier. And finally, the Incredible Hulk. Hulk is still going to be the Hulk, period. Nothing else to add here. He didn't get nerfed, he didn't get buffed. He's good, and it's a diver meta. So go Hulk smash. Now we're to the S tier, and we're going to start off with Doctor Strange, Magneto, Star-Lord, Winter Soldier, Invisible Woman, Cloak and Dagger, Loki, Luna Snow, Namor, Hela, and Psylocke. Start off, we're going to go with Doctor Strange and Magneto. Still the best 2 Vanguards in the game. Even with the divers meta, both tanks still protect the team. Yes, Stefan got a health reduction, but his shield is still good. Yes, Eric got his kit tweaked, somewhat. He's still doing heavy damage though. Both Vanguards are still being used at a very high level. Star-Lord. The best diving duelist in the game, period. He was already good, if not great, but due to his buffs to his flight duration, it's crazy. He can still team wipe with his ultimate, and he can still dodge like the best of them. Peter Quill is that damn good. Put some respect on his goddamn name. Winter Soldier. Bucky is the second best utility duelist in the game. He is the jack of all trades. He can anti-dive, he can dive, he can flank, he can shoot down flyers with ease, and he can team wipe with his ultimate. He really is him. No buffs or nerfs this time around, so he's still good. Moving on to Invisible Woman, Cloak and Dagger, and Loki. If you can call it a nerf, all 3 had their ultimate times increased, but they are still good. Both Sue and C&D can still be a good primary and alternative healing tandem, and can still keep the team alive during crucial fights. Whereas Loki, his ultimate time also got increased as well, but they added more charges to his primary fire. So that means more damages and to enemies and more healing to allies that he can output. He can also still mimic other characters with his ult, so you can still have 2 or even 3 defensive ults. You just gotta be smarter with the usage now. Luna Snow, best healer in the game, period. Even with her ult time being increased, she still has the best defensive ultimate in the game. Very good, and her team ups got even better. She gets better healing with Iron Fist team up, and she makes Namor gets better damage with his team up with him. Just a very good character. Just one of the best strategists in the game by far. Namor. Man, I keep telling y'all, man, y'all better stop sleeping on Namor. Best anti-dive duelist in the game, period. He destroyed divers with his turrets and can still do hefty damage from long to mid-range. I'm shocked how many people in mid-rank really sleeps on this character. This character pretty much got me into high platinum, almost a diamond, using him alone. He's that good, man. I need to stop sleeping on Namor. He's very, very good. And he's very, very good in high rank. Y'all should try him. Hella, best long-range duelist in the game. Even with the damage nerf to her primary fire, she still picks off people from afar. She's still good and should still be a staple to your team. And not to mention that her team up with Loki and Thor is one of the best, if not the best team up in the game currently right now. Only thing that's really bothering her is that she's so good that she's still part of the main characters in this game that gets banned a lot. If she's not getting banned a lot, you should be playing with her. That's all I'm gonna say about that. And finally, Psylocke. Psylocke is the best utility duelist, if not the best duelist in the game, period. Actually, if not the best character in the game. She can do it all. Remember what I said about Winter Soldier Bucky? She could do it too, but 5 times better. Just an absolute terror on the field. Just, if you're going to be a duelist main, I suggest that you learn her if you're in low rank, and you learn her to perfection. She will actually get you high up in the ranks. And then it's also so shocking yet surprising that she's one of the characters that hardly ever gets banned. I mean, she does get banned, but for the most part, she's one of the few that really doesn't get she's not a current staple in the ban list. I mean, I've seen matches where she has been banned, but not that many. She's a very good character. And then let's not forget, she's left alone, untouched in the balancing patch. She didn't get buffed, she didn't get nerfed. She's very, very good. You should be using Psylocke. And there you have it. That is the tier list for 1.5. I know I'm late, but actually I started this when the season changed to the halfway point. I just been altering this and then playing different betas. So it is what it is. If you like it, if you like the video, even if you don't like the video, just like and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? I'm currently almost at 1,500 subscribers, and I'm almost to 2,000. So it would be very helpful and very beneficial for me and you if you subscribe to my channel. And that's about it. I'm going to stop jibber jabbering, and I'm going to go back and play Monster Hunter Wilds. Talk to you guys later. All right, bye.